Still is different. Chargers and the Bears. I'm gonna go with my favorite team, of course. New York Giants. And why? If you don't know, and why is my favorite team.
Hey everybody, it's the Cup.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford leading out the Detroit Lions offense, who all of a sudden, after a couple of losses, now sit at 2-3-1 at the bottom of the NFC North. But Stafford in that shootout with Minnesota lost 42-30. He threw for 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception, Charles.
And he went over the 40,000-yard mark in his career, one of 21 to do it in NFL history. But he was the fastest to get it done, took only 147 games, was at 4 less than what Matt Ryan had established previously. But I think he's been good this year. A lot of people call it a bounce-back season for him. I think he's been excellent.
2-play zoo.
Now, that's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jones to throw again. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Cute.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Lions here getting the football back. And we mentioned earlier, Charles, a team right now that's really struggling, although they've been competitive despite losing 3 in a row. In fact, until this week, all 5 of their games had been decided by 4 points or less. But at 2-3-1, as I said, that's at the bottom of a very tough division. They got a tough road ahead. You're right about that, and there's a big thought that this is not the SOL Lions, meaning same old Lions. I think they're better than that. The problem is their losses have been to Kansas City, at Green Bay, and home against Minnesota. And that's what makes it difficult, because if you're not the same old Lions, you've got to start beating teams like that in order to advance. That's the next step for them. So for me, the focus has got to be on the Giants at home this weekend and nothing else. They've got to get off the schneid and get back to making a move in the NFC North. And they have to start running the football, and that became tougher because Kerryon Johnson went out for a bit last game with a knee injury. His status up in the air. Now it's Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play. As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. Who are